hope this is working. Sometimes it doesn't always work. We'll do a little update here. Just a little bit of cold weather today. It's supposed to go down to like, feels like 1 tonight. So 4 degrees with, I don't know if it keeps being like windy like this, it might get down pretty cool. But we're prepared because I had already built these little mini hoop houses. And when it's hot out, I just open up the ends in the middle here. And, you know, in here, it's about 25 degrees almost in some of in the back corners there. No wind, it's nice and warm. Show the other side. So it's great, great for cold weather like this, and hopefully the stream's still doing okay. But yeah, so yeah, those are working out really good for us. So they get lots of nice lights during the day, and then you get cold weather days like this. The temperature stays up nice and warm in there, and it just helps everything grow. Yeah, we got to adapt to these cold weather conditions. You know, there's something going on, and it's called the Grand Solar Minimum, and yeah, it's something we should all learn about and know about. And that's why we have crazy meridional flows right now with our jet streams, where one side of, you know, like the east coast is cold and the west coast is hot, and then we're in the middle, so we just get lots of wind. Yeah, this is just normal climate patterns, and this is just what's going to be the new norm because of the Grand Solar Minimum and how that is changing our weather systems because of the sun and our magnetosphere waning. And as we know, the North Pole is switching. It's moving towards Siberia, and the South Pole is moving as well. It's called a magnetic reversal. And you know, these are all things that you can read about and find out about. But it's all stuff that's out there in public knowledge. But media doesn't choose to tell us about it. So, you know, the next 5 years, the cold weather conditions are going to be to the point where we're going to barely be able to grow crops because of cold, not because of high CO2 levels, which actually help plants. I don't know if you know much about some things about gardening, but plants love CO2, especially with, you know, some hydroponic applications and grow systems and grow greenhouses. They even inject CO2 right into the greenhouse to bring up the parts per million. You know, because more parts per million actually increases your growing yield. So CO2 isn't the problem, it's all the other pollution. You know, all the pollution from the pig barns, the medical waste, the chemicals that the pig barns use, the chemicals that the chicken barns use, the chemicals the dairy farm use. You know, all that stuff goes untreated into your waterways. Now that's the problem. That's the real problem. So, you know, you gotta do some research and check the Grand Solar Minimum out, because that's what we're living. We're going into solar cycle 25, and it's going to be one of the lowest cycles. So, and 1816, there was a year without a summer. You know, can you imagine having a year without a summer and getting a frost in mid-July or even June after everything's planted and just starting to grow? So these are things to think about. So these are why we do these coop houses, because this will extend your growing season. So it can stay 5-10 degrees, and in here it's going to stay warm. Especially when you do them small like this, it's easier to regulate that temperature. So right now I'm just getting ready to do some more work here. And if you go onto my Patreon and stuff and start supporting, I'm going to start showing how I build these things to help people learn how to do this stuff, so you can improve your gardening skills to start growing your own food. All right, everybody, have a good one. Peace.